Hi everybody! Doing a soul rebirth journey. I'm going to share the client goals and then I'm going to dive right into it and let's see what Spirit has to share. Alright, the goals for this soul rebirth journey session are: I want help removing recent anxiety, angst when dealing with bosses and mom, to be recentered on what I find important, family and relationship. Okay, I really love these goals. I can't wait to see where this takes us. All right, I'm going to go ahead and relax here. I'm going to be getting connected now with the client, and we're going to learn more about you, and we're going to do some amazing energy work to help you feel better, okay? All right, going to get in the zone here. Okay. Okay, so I feel sort of like there's a rectangular shape, and I feel kind of like I'm in the Millennium Falcon, and I'm looking through the box window. But there's something, I'm not like going fast forward through, like I'm not at light speed or anything, and it's not like I'm seeing stars outside. I feel like I'm in a spaceship. It's like the Millennium Falcon type of experience. But what is this picture that I'm seeing? I don't know what the picture is. It's confusing to me because it's meant to be. So it looks like a bunch of random junk. I don't know, blocks and blocks and blocks of like I don't know, maybe we hit an asteroid field and there's a bunch of asteroids compounding on top of the window and it's all smudged like clay, like moist clay somehow. It looks kind of like that, but I also feel like I could see the stars if I wanted to see the stars, but for some reason all this globs is sort of getting in the way of what I want to see and what I could be connected with. So, and you're at a safe distance. So we're talking about aliens now, like, minimum safe distance, you have to leave in like 5 minutes. You have to be at minimum safe distance. What's up with you and the Star Wars aliens theme? I'm not sure. But I feel like you're at a minimum safe distance, okay? Because you're in a cozy nook sort of in the inside of the spaceship. So if anything breaks through this window, if there's anything weird that happens, you actually have protective surroundings to a degree that you could find an outlet or another way to survive, okay? Or to, if anything were to happen that could start cracking this window, or there's something serious that's going on that you need to shift gears from relaxed to brace yourself mode, you have time to do that. You have time to prepare. You're not going to deal with an imminent explosion and you're on the inside of that explosion and now you're done. You're minimum safe distance, so you have time to prepare for anything, any calamity that might happen. You're comfortably inside. You're not right next to the window. You're comfortably inside at a minimum safe distance. What else what is this? Something new is about to happen here. I feel like there's like a little bit of a swirling energy and it's very peaceful and relaxed, but it's change. It feels like change or transition. All right, I'm feeling it. What are these, like rappers? Not like I write a poem and then I say it in a certain way, rappers. We're talking about like McDonald's wrappers that we're going to throw away, but it feels like a closed space full of wrappers, lots and lots of wrappers. These kind of remind me of, they look like McDonald's wrappers, that cover the hamburgers, and then you can kind of crumple it up and throw it, and they're like yellow or white in color. They would look like that, and there's lots and lots of them. But there's also like, those... are they called dum-dums? But they're little suckers. I think they're called dum-dums. But anyway, they have a little wrapper on them. So they're that type of textured wrapper. And so I'm just just throwing them in this, but this thing is full of these wrappers. It's like a closet full of stuff. You're trying to shut it with all your might. You're putting all your weight on it just so the door will click and it's shut. But this isn't a shut door. It's wide open and it's like full of wrappers. So I'm going to go inside here. These wrappers are turning into like a popcorn kernels. And I'm going inside and I'm rummaging around, and it starting to sound like are they called peanuts for boxes for moving? That's what they kind of remind me of too. So I'm like rummaging around, and there's all these like styrofoam pieces too that I'm hearing as well as I'm rummaging through this closet full of wrappers, popcorn kernels, and packing peanuts. What is up with this? This is funny. Okay, I'm going in further. I'm going in. Okay, let's see. All right, okay, we're getting into a sore spot here. All right, so this is really emotional. Still hard to describe how I feel right now. I will say I feel like on the inside of all of this, deep in there is a slit, all right, like a gash. But the gash is like a slit pupil, like a dinosaur eye that's looking, and it sees, you know. And but it feels like a wound as well. This slit, this gash does, and I feel like I'm actually I feel like I've been it's a real life thing. People use it, and freeze dried, but it's like it's put into a plastic, and then it's like it's air sealed, it's sealed tight. And you could put like steak or something, and then it like puts it into plastic and it air seals it, and then it's like perfectly like no air is getting into this puppy until you open it up when the time comes. But you're in that. You're airtight. You're sealed into a plastic binding. And no air is going to get in there until the time comes when somebody opens that, opens this up to you getting the air you need. And that is where the sadness is, because you've been sealed tight without any air to breathe. And you seem like you're a human being. You're not a piece of meat. You're not a piece of meat. And you've been treated like a piece of meat that we can just, you're just a piece of meat. We're just going to put you in the plastic and then we'll just throw you in the freezer or whatever until we're ready for you. But that's kind of the way that this frequency is telling me that this place feels. This place feels that way. And that this is how it identifies itself as this is how I feel I've been treated, like this. And it's so soft, and it's the frequency in here is really amazingly soft. In its own sadness, it's like soft carpet, but it's not carpet that creates a rug burn. It's just like padded. It's like a padded soft space with carpet on the walls, ceiling, and the floor. On every side there's carpet, and it's a soft padded room. And it's soft in here, but the sadness lingers. But the sadness and even the softness, it sort of gets so contained that in not being able to breathe, it's all inside of this wrapper, of this wrapping, and it's you're inside of it. Man, I will say that this sadness is so actually immaculate, because it comes from a place of not like something bad happens to me, I'm sad about that, and I'm crying, I don't know how to deal with it, but it comes from wisdom. It comes from hardcore, like, patient learning. I don't just come across this frequency. This is like a development of wise experience, but the sadness is so concentrated but soft. It's not screaming for help. It's just contained. It's contained in here. It's actually amazing. It's blowing my mind. It takes an incredible person to be able to accomplish this frequency, this type of sadness here. So I'm just in the harmony of it because it's mind-blowing. I'm just studying it for a minute here. So I'm asking your higher self, is it time? Can I open this sealing? Can I, like, it's a sealant, it's sealed. So can I open this sealing? No, we're talking about ceilings now and ceilings at the same time. I don't know how this happens, but I am using words multiple times. Like, this word means two different things. Sealing and sealing. Is it a sealant? Anyway, rappers and rappers. Gosh, what else are we going to come across? Two different Star Wars themes. Aliens and Star Wars. Rappers and rappers. Sealants, ceilings and ceilings. The ceiling up there and it's sealed. And I'm going to remove the ceiling. What is up with this? There is a theme here with this too. Two of something. One word that means two different things. Even if it's spelled differently, it sounds the same. Okay, so is it okay? Asking your higher self, can I allow this to open now? Can I allow this one to be set free from here? So, okay, we're learning something about you. A weird part of yourself is still feeling like you can't be. It's almost like wow, this is energetically intense. I'm setting you free from this, by the way. And yes, it is time, but I'm talking to your deeper consciousness to show you what's beyond this. Because a part of you is still feeling like this. And in all of your greatness and all of your totality, a part of you is still feeling like this is a part of your real reality. Even if it's not, it is. Because a part of you is still holding on to the memories of it, the feelings of it. And it feels like this. And it's hidden behind this like chock full closet with the secret door, but it's full of wrappers and corn kernels and popcorn kernels and, packing peanuts. So beyond that, this is still real. This is still a real experience happening in your totality. And I'm going to help break this down because you can move on now. Energetically, you actually energetically can move on now, and you can process the meaning of mom and the bosses differently now, because I can alter the vibrational frequency that inspires you to feel kind of beneath these experiences. But no, you are not beneath these experiences, and these experiences don't have a right to package you like this, to suffocate you like this, to make you feel suffocated like this. How do you get out of this? You're still working in a vibrational coding that says, my meaning, my value, my worth is here, and their worth is above me. Even if it isn't truly above you, your frequency says that, okay? So we need to get you above them in frequency so that you can start feeling free to just be yourself. And it's going to feel different, okay? It's going to feel different. You're going to feel like you have more control. Even if nothing is really changed, it's going to feel that way, okay? Okay. All right. You have an angry side, so it's coming through and it's venting right now. And we got the knife here, and it's like Chucky, and it's going, so Chucky has come out to play. And it's a scary, scary knife and a doll, and it's anger. And it's scary. And you're a child having to deal with something that is too scary for you. And I'm feeling all this. This is something that you really did feel like this. Like you were in the movie. And the Chucky doll was your reality. And you're afraid. And you have to find a way to be stronger. You have to be courageous. You have to outwit. No child should ever have to carry that burden. But it happens. And that would explain why we have this unfathomably concentrated, extraordinary sound of sadness. I know the sound of sadness isn't necessarily something we want to go on vacation and listen to, but when in the spirit realm, you can experience what it took to create that sadness. You have so much reverence for the soul that endured that. It's like a holy grail. It is like, wow, that is what this sadness is like to my soul, to experience it. And then we're seeing the scene of a child fighting for their life with Chucky, after them, the knife. But I'm not going to allow this because Chucky, we're going to now see Chucky as you, okay? And this child that is fighting for their life, the victim of Chucky, is also you. Both are you. The nightmare is also you. Everything is you. Everything is you. This is such a hard concept to really wrap your head around. And even for me as human, I struggle to wrap my head around it, but when I'm in the spirit realm, I feel it. And I experience it louder than unfathomably loud. And when I do healing work, this creates powerful transformation, okay? So, you are evil Chucky. And you are the victimized child. And you are the whole nightmare of this story, okay? You're all of this stuff. And we're going to merge it all together and bring peace and balance to it. Not separation, not get away from me, Chucky. But you know what, Chucky? I'm not going to run away from you. I'm not going to be scared of you. I'm not going to fight back because I don't need to. And I'm going to see you for as you are, a broken and brutalized, a beaten down child that's really just a doll. But you have feelings too, just like I have feelings. And you're not broken anymore. And I can love you the way you deserve to be loved. Because this Chucky is the broken side of yourself from everything you have been through. And the anger that vents comes from this disturbed child doll. And this victimized child as well. And we're going to bring peace and harmony and balance and merging with this, okay? I'm going to just continue to watch here. A lot of anger right now. It's really loud in the heart here. So you have so much anger deep down inside. And it's like a roaring lion, but it's like a roaring Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like it will make you go deaf. Like it is, but it is so silent. And it is so deep inside. But this has got to come out. Okay, I'm going to relax a little bit here. Disorienting the mental body creates shame, actually, when you feel it. When you let a little bit of that anger out because it's so powerful, creates actually shame, like you're not doing a good enough job of containing it. But that's actually not okay. Because moving forward, my friend, you're not going to contain. This is healing, venting. This is venting, healing. That's funny. I'm doing that thing again. It's healing, venting, healing. But this time it's two words backward and etc. It's something. There's something to this. All right, rapper. Okay, you're gonna do this. And I'm telling your consciousness, because your consciousness is wise, and I'm talking to your consciousness that we're together. You're not alone here in this, and you got to open that container, because that container, that is going to prevent you from finding emotional freedom and balance from basically anything, truly, because that is like just containing the pain and the loud screams that were never coming out at times when it was the worst. And you could not be heard because you had to be silenced. This whole thing is not right, but that is how you survived it, okay? And now we're able to heal. Okay, it's time to heal this one big time. You are so right on that you needed to focus on this. This is super important. So I'm a little overwhelmed right now. Give me a minute here to prepare myself for this. Okay. Okay, so it shows me just a white box, and the white box is just like smudged into your Play-Doh body. That's what it's, I don't know, you look like a Play-Doh body, and it's smudged in there. And then it's the heart, and it's the upper gut and the lower gut. And it's not showing me anything with the throat or mental body or anything else. It's just simply smudged right here. So I'm just going to allow it to be as it is, and I'm about to pull the top off, okay? So I'm just going to pull the top off of this. And are you going to scream or are you going to be silent? Let's see what happens here. Okay, well, the top it's one of those things it's sort of like stuck. So even when you try and wiggle it, you try to get your fingernails under it, it's like wants to rip your fingernail off before it will ever like loosen. It's like stuck. It's like, and it's made out of tin. It's like tin that it hasn't been open in a long time, and it's like you have to lift it up. Like it's not like it's got a handle or anything to help you. Maybe we need to get like a screwdriver to get underneath it to kind of lift it up better than a fingernail. Like it just doesn't want to go. It's just stuck. That's kind of what it's acting like here. So let me just keep working with it. All right, I'm going to do something. I'm not going to try and bust into it. I'm actually just going to place a heart inside of it. I'm not going to try. It's sort of like I could try to work on this all day long, but the best way to work on it is not to work on it. It's just to simply put love inside of it and just say you don't have to open up until you're ready to. But I'm just going to put love inside of you, and when that love is enough, then let us open, let yourself open up when you're ready is kind of the thing. So when you're ready, then you will open. But for now, we'll just put love in there until the time is right. This is super meaningful. And you're very weary and exhausted in this next image. When I put a heart in there of love. You're not standing with strength. It's like you have no bones, but somehow you're still upright. This boneless man is still upright. It's like a miracle. And that you walk much like a zombie, and you're blistered, and it's almost like you're burnt. The skin is burnt, and the lips are blistered. And you're weary. You're so weary. You have no strength, but you keep walking. And you have no bones. I mean, there's no structure to your form, but somehow you are standing up and still walking forward. It's amazing. It's like unfathomably, like mind-blowing that you're able to do this. I'm just waiting here. I'm just watching you, and I put the heart in that white tin. Okay, next scene is you put that tin, you specifically sealed that tin, and you're saying your deeper conscious is sort of in a nasty voice says, you'll never get it open. I super glued it. I hammered it down. I tightened it. I'm going to laugh watching you try to open this. And that's when I just say, here's a little heart for you, my friend. Here's a little heart. Because I don't want to open it anymore. I don't need to open it anymore. I just simply am going to put love into it until love is enough. Okay, I need to go into this sort of demented frequency here. It's like a half blackbird, half child. And I can't decide, is the child's body human, or is its face human, or is it a blackbird body, human head? And it's a little boy. And I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to make sense of it. It's twisted up basically, and he's got crayons and he's drawing something for me, but he's laughing, and it feels creepy. Boy, there's a lot here. There's a lot. Like in this space alone, you're already I'm already accessing so much more about you, not these closed, like you can go in this pathway and then you can turn here and check this out, but that's it. And then when you check that out and I know that everything's fine here, then you can go over there. And then when you've done that, that's how you're helping me walk through. It's your comfort zone, that's perfectly fine. But now I've reached this emanation, this blackbird child, this I don't know, it's like black sheep, but it's a blackbird. It's a child / blackbird, and now you show me. I mean, I don't know, is this some sort of gladiator space that is also a crazy maze, but it's full of compartments of perceptions of your identity, and they're all compartmentalized. They're all in compartments of safekeeping. They're all under lock and key. I'm quite certain that this here is a reflection of what is within that tin, that white tin, is this. So I'm just actually gonna bow before this child with honor and respect, and I'm gonna show the boy what I've seen thus far through him. I have seen this, and I want to see what he says. Oh, he hates me. It's almost like the crayons turn into a sharp object to just stab me with them. And he just screams and screams and screams at me. And he cries. But I keep hearing the echo, Dad. Not Mom, I hear Dad echoing in here. It's so much anger, and it just hurts my head. It hurts my ears, like inside the ear holes, like as deep inside my ears as it could possibly go. It hurts them. And my heart simultaneously. And I feel this. And it's like Dad won't make it any better. Dad won't make it better. Dad won't make it better. That's what it's like. And it goes straight into my ears. It goes straight inside there, as deep as it could possibly go. And deeper. And it feels like a I don't know, like a chopstick with a sharp end is put in. Is that trying to block out the sound? But then it ends up poking you, or you get really sensitive to sound. But something like you jab some things in your ears in order to either block out the sound or to show me how bad the sound hurts. So that's kind of what's going on here with this. I tell the boy it's okay. You can continue to express yourself, please. However you need to express yourself, I want you to do that. And I'm going to keep showing you how positive this is, because we're getting further. The more that you let go, the more you vent, we can actually move forward. We can access more. Okay, this traumatized boy is wanting to take this out of his ear and stab it into all the scenes that we've seen thus far. Stab it into minimum safe distance version of yourself. Stab it into all these little clay things that smushed into the window of the Millennium Falcon in the process of hitting light speed. Stab it into literally everything. The eyeball of the dinosaur, the version of you stuck in the plastic in air sealed tight. All these stupid wrappers and the popcorn kernels and the peanuts, all this just wants to take it out on everything. And I say, but can you take it out on this? And I show him the demented Chucky. Somehow he recognizes this doll. When he looks at Chucky, the most demented Chucky, with the knife, love happens. Gazes into this doll and he sees a reflection of himself. A reflection of himself in a way that he had lost a long time ago. It's all the semi-healthy parts that it wants to destroy, but it's the destroyed part that it wants to love. And it finds more meaning, more value in the destroyed Chucky than it finds in anything else. Okay, this is getting a little bit weirder. It's almost like he becomes Siamese twins with the Chucky doll. Like he merges slightly. So Chucky is attached to him now. And he's got a child face on a blackbird body, and then Chucky is somehow like a Siamese twin or something attached to him. And they speak in unison, and they're creepily walking forward. This again is emanating back to me like Red Rum, where, you know, the two girls walking down the hallway at the same time, speaking at the same time. They are like this. They're acting like this. I'm just gonna pause for a moment. I'm just processing all this. I just sit down and I just sit down for a minute in front of this. And I'm just patient here. I'm going to feel what's outside of this space, but I'm not going to leave it. I'm just going to kind of project my consciousness around a little bit. I just want to feel what's beyond this, and if you're ready for me to open this up to more, or if I need to kind of focus on this. All right, the echo that comes back to me is to see this place as also a reflection of what is inside the tin. And so to put a heart here. So I'm just going to place a heart in here, and let's just see what happens. They're a little confused because people don't love things that are broken. People hate things that are broken, and people want to destroy things even more that are broken. So they're not sure why I'm putting a heart in here. They're actually echoing that. They paused and are echoing confusion back to me. I put a version of this healthy, happy heart in the boy blackbird body, and a version in the Chucky doll body, and they're connected. They're twins. Okay, rapper and rapper, and now we have these two are connected. There's something about this. Is boss and mom, are those the same word? You know what I mean? Like maybe there's something to this. You see where I'm going with this? Rapper and rapper, boss and mom, you know, they aren't the same word, but they're all maybe they're being treated equally like that. They're two different things, but they're the same word. That, you know, there's something to this. So let's see. Is one of these mom and one of these boss? Even though that we see the Chucky doll, which is also a reflection of yourself, which is all everything's a reflection of each other. So, and then this boy Blackbird, they also kind of remind me of boss and mom too. Demented, messed up, and they don't know how to work with love. They're confused when the heart is given to them. Were they trying to make you feel, I mean, is there something about you still feeling this way? So you're attracted to bosses that also will treat you like mom, you know? Is there something to this? I mean, these are all for contemplation. I'm just expanding the meaning of the picture here because there's something I'm feeling out more, and that's the best I could identify it, and they're just simply ideas to contemplate. Okay, so all right, so okay, so I'm not sure what to make of this next thing, but this whole space is about to give way, okay? It's really, really stuck in tight, but it's about to shift big time. And it's almost there. Very disorienting on the mental body. The most right now is the mental body. And because you cannot be This picture of a man without bones walking, you cannot, that's not going to be your existence moving forward. You're actually going to have more backbone and more structure to the body than you've ever had before. That's what this is saying. This isn't going to be your reality anymore, trying to find the strength to keep walking without any bones. But you're going to have the bones that you need to walk with so much power and effort, and it's going to be effortlessly because you've learned the hard way first. Wow, you are an amazing processing center of everything I've said right now, and the processing center of it actually looks like a bubble, has like that iridescent rainbow. It's a space of iridescent rainbow, and it's circulating round and round and round. A space of iridescent rainbow. It's really pretty, actually, and it's going so fast. Spinning so fast like a disc in a disk drive, and those two make rainbow. And it's like the fan is going to turn on here because this is going so fast it's about to overheat. But it never does overheat. It just spins super fast, and the iridescent rainbow is just processing the meaning of everything. You have a gentle way of safeguarding yourself on so many levels, and I don't know, it's interesting because is that necessarily out of balance, this gentle way of safeguarding yourself? But the fact that you have to safeguard yourself in the first place, that's always the key of out of balance. But let's be real, we live in a world and it's chaotic, and we have to be as strong as we can be to keep our heads above water here. So, I mean, I can't blame the soft safeguarding, but I would like to just, I would like for you to know that you don't have to safeguard yourself from anything anymore. And because you are so powerful as yourself, you don't have to protect yourself from anything. You can just be powerful as yourself, okay? Because I'm telling you, your power is like 1 trillion times more in volume and capacity than boss or mom, or boss or mom or boss. It's so loud and so full of capacity. Why are you beneath them? Why are you beneath mom and boss? They are ridiculously, they have not even learned what you've learned. They've not even come to a place of knowing what you know. So I got to continue to work on your frequency, because we got to get your frequency perception of your power to its rightful place, okay? All right, so I'm going to keep observing here. Everything's getting a lot easier to work with, and the pain and suffering of the white tin does not have the same power overload as it once did. It doesn't want to be opened yet still, but if I look through the covering, I see a black hole that goes straight into your heart. I'm going to ask your deeper consciousness, your higher self, are you ready for me to go into that space? Because I can see it. I don't need the cover there. But did you want me to go in? I'm not just going to invade your white tin world if you don't want to open it for me. I can go in there, though, if you want me to. Let me see here. Your higher self is just ridiculously quiet, almost like you can't even hear it. Soft whisper, and then it's a soft whisper in silence. It's your higher self, like, I have taken a vow of silence. Your higher self is so silent. I like it. Let's see. And your higher self is emanating right now the colors of orange and yellow. And your higher self is all the colors. But for some reason right now it's orange and yellow. And it's kind of a browner tones of orange and browner yellow. So it's like, I don't know. What I mean, it doesn't feel muddy. But it feels like it's got some mud in it. Some poopier mud. There's meaning to everything. Our self is in a state of patience and waiting for a moment. That's all I know. And I'm just like, just let me know when you're ready. Wow, you're really interesting, because your higher self is seeing what I'm seeing and deciding if this is the right. It's almost like wanting to construct a totally new version of the same thing, in order for me to explore that instead of this version. But I'm not sure why it would do that. But that's what it's like when I experience this silent higher self thinking. It's exploring like millions bajillions of potential pathways and deciding which one is the proper one for your super balance. No, so I'm just waiting right now. Your higher self just tells me I need to just trust in my own heart with what I feel is the right thing to do. And then he disappears. Okay. Wow, that was so wild. Okay. Yeah, you're this black hole. I go through the doorway of the tin, which doesn't open. I just go into it. So in a way, I'm invading your space, but I'm not. Because your higher self gave me permission by saying, I want you to do what you feel is the right thing to do. And my heart is telling me I need to do this. You may not, deeper in your energetic structures, feel comfortable, but you will once the love gets into this place, okay? Any type of gash or wound, resist anybody touching it. Don't put the alcohol or the peroxide or don't stitch it up. That's going to hurt worse. Oh my God, I'm freaking out right now because you got to set my arm and it's broken and it's creepy. I'm like in shock. But you got to heal somehow. So you need to know that me going in here may feel uncomfortable, but it's a very good uncomfortable to feel. So let's try and do this. You have a weird, I went through the tin, but you have a weird, bulletproof glass type of thing over this hole, okay? I'm going to tell this black hole, I'm going to say, you know what? I saw the boy, the blackbird boy. I saw the Chucky boy. I saw the victimized boy. I saw this stuff. And I know that you're also a part of the hurts of the pathway. And I want you to know that I take your pain and your experience. It's my highest honor to get to nurture you and to help you feel better. But I'm not gonna, I'm gonna just go slow here, so I don't want to hurt you. Did you want to show me like a little baby step? Did you want to show me a little something that we can start working on? Just a tiny little thing, so you don't even know it's just a tiny little thing. Okay. It's a sadness. It's sadness and a childhood memory, and it feels sad, okay? And you tell me the hole in the heart will never actually close or heal because it's not treated, or I can't explain it, but it doesn't, it's been so long, it's like got scar tissue, so it's not ever going to properly heal. So in a weird way, you've kept it open. I don't, it just keeps telling me I don't know how to heal. It's too big of a hole. It's just like it's like somebody getting a hole punched into their body. The heart and the lungs and the bones and the everything don't just grow back, you know. That you're pretty much done when that happens. You're done. So you're showing me that you have a giant hole, and it's not filling in. It's not able to fill in. And so I say, well, I'm kind of excited because I do know that we can heal this. In the energy world, we can do anything. In the human world, one day we will be able to do exactly what we can do in the spirit world once humanity realizes the limitless potential of what we can do. So right now in the energy world, I can help you with this. So, and that is going to make all the difference in the physical world. Okay. All right, so there's a little bit of shame, like you should have been able to heal this, but you haven't. So it's kind of like you're kind of disappointing yourself right now, which is being way too hard on yourself. And I remind you, we don't live in a world full of individuals. We live in a world full of people. And we need to start supporting each other, and it's the support and the love of the support that fills in these holes here. There's tears that are crying into this big tunnel of darkness, and the tears are actually very healing. I'm going to walk inside here now because you took the cap off. And when I walk in, it's really strange, but I become extremely small, and I become like a computer generated avatar. And I just go, I fall, I fall, I fall, I fall, I fall. And so I'm not actually touching the sides. So I'm not actually getting into the wounds. I just fall straight through this hole. And I don't touch anything. The tears, though, were actually kind of like this was horizontal, and then the tears were going in, falling onto the bottom part, and sort of nurturing it. It's all black, so you could think of it as like black soil, and it was watering the black soil. But now it's vertical, and I'm going in here, and I'm just falling, and then I'm just falling, and then I'm just falling, and then I'm just falling. So I'm not ever able to touch anything. I'm also kind of like a computer games, it seems like it's physical, but you're actually playing with an invisible reality that is manifested through. So it's really wild when I explore this. So the human world is so interested and so connected to the energetic world through technology, but we don't realize that how much we're becoming energetically interested in the energy world, but we're being interested in just like, I'm basically just a computer program, just an image of myself. I can't touch anything in the physical world because I'm an energetic world thing. I'm just an avatar, and I'm just falling. And if I tried to touch the sides, I would go through because I'm not. Something about this frequency isn't lining up. I got to become denser. Something has got to change. All right. When I started to talk about something has got to change, I got to alter the frequency so I can touch this. I must need to get denser. Instantly, it's like a black pipe, just broken pieces, and then there's water spewing out right now. It's really tight where the water is coming out from the ground. It's really tight. There's a light blue colored walls, let's just say, and black pipe and black soil, and there's a weird pipe down here, and it's spewing water really fast, really hard up and around. And it's cut, it's broken, it's sharp. If I were to put my hand on this thing, it would puncture a wound right through my hand. It's really sharp. And I'm telling you, this whole space is very tight, energetically tight, okay? We got to loosen this up. We got to soften this up a little bit. Okay. I'm moving the soil out of the way, and I see a reflection of yourself buried in the ground here, and this water spout is where your third eye is, and it's sort of just a couple inches above your forehead, and it's sticking through your forehead, and it's cut, like it's really jagged, the little piping. It's like a copper piping or something, and water spewing out. You look very, very strange. I don't know how to explain that. It's almost like you have a flat face, like a Minecraft face, and it's almost like a Minecraft person, but human. The eyes are really weird, the face is really weird, but it looks like Minecraft, but a Minecraft like Steve the human, but it's Steve, and it's really weird. Okay, so I'm still working on this. I'm working on getting you to stand up, but you have a hose attached to your third eye from behind. So it goes through the backside of your head and then comes out here. And you're not yourself at all. And you're trying to meditate with this experience happening. And you're reading a book right now, and it's just, you're not yourself, and you're not even aware of this. But you're trying so hard to just do normal things. But yet you don't understand why you have to try so hard. Wow, is this exhausting. I can't just pull this out of your head. I gotta continue to watch it. I'm going to put a mirror here so you can see yourself in the mirror and you can see what I'm looking at. This is interesting. You stand up and then you sort of just beat your head mindlessly against the mirror like it's against a wall. And you just do it without thought, without... there's no explanation for why. You're just doing this over and over again. And you're not necessarily breaking the mirror either. The mirror still seems solid. Wow, there's... okay. Okay. Alright, I'm going to try and see the bigger picture. You're trying to tell me what it is, but it's hard for me to make sense of it yet. But I'm going to try and see this as like a very small thing. And then I'm going to just blow up the scene so I can see more of it, okay? Alright, I'm not able to see what is on any other side. It's like a big old black world and just this little cube that that I'm able to see right now. And I'm not able to see what else is there. So I'm just going to put a heart into this compartment, right? Because we're working with your style here, which is like putting things into safe compartments, I guess. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a heart in here. Let's see what happens. Okay. Now a new inspiration comes, and I'm supposed to see the water spout and this Steve, Minecraft Steve, as yourself, fully. The water spout as sort of a separate version of you, and this is a separate version of you. And then the space is also you. So I'm going to bring awareness. When I do that, you show me an image of a really big red tablecloth, and you're sort of fluffing it, and it's going to set on a very long table, and two people are going to sit at it. One person is going to be on this side, and one person is going to be on this side. They'll never be able to hear each other talking, so they're kind of eating alone, although they're eating together, but they're eating really, really far away from each other. But we're going to have a very nice tablecloth, so it feels like it sort of sets the mood as a more of a fine dining experience. They're going to light some candles, but in the end, we got one person at one end and one person at the other end, and there's like, I don't know, it feels like a mile between them. So it looks pretty, it looks nice, but there's so much separation here. That's what's underneath the surface of this one. This is creating a lot of suffering in your heart because you can't fix it. Some things you can't fix. That can make you feel sad too. I'm going to just let this scene be beautiful for being confused, for being mindless, for being hurt without words, for not knowing what to do, for not knowing how to be. It's just like everything related to those types of feelings. I'm just going to allow it to just mean that. And beneath that meaning is this table. Two people, a man and a woman, eating like a mile apart at a really long table. This is also you, okay? This is you. I'm going to put a heart into this place too. This table is you. This tablecloth is you. This candle, this beautiful candlestick with all these candles on it is also you. The distance is also you. This man way over here is also you. This woman way over here is also you. So what is you saying to you? What is you saying to you? A little boy comes. He looks like Chucky, but he is a very healthy and happy Chucky. He just waves and smiles. And he's really happy in his heart. Somehow he brings meaning to the dinner table, and he brings people closer together. So it's all relaxing right now. There's just a lot of broken pieces in a black goo. I'm inspired to tell you that you don't have to have all of the answers. And you're not meant to ever have all of the answers. But if you take the time, if you wait long enough, you will become aware of something. And that awareness will help you in everything in your life. And remember the awareness, though, too, that you're not meant to have all the answers. You're not supposed to know how to fix everything. And you can let go of feeling like you need to be more responsible of fixing things. If anything, you need to start being less responsible for fixing everything. And this comes from your youth, okay? Having to fix things. Feeling like you need to fix things. Okay. Exhaustion, sadness, relief. But there's still something more here. It's like we're falling a long ways, but we never hit the side of this building. But the building is made out of wood. Flat piece of wood. Either we're extremely small like an insect, or it's like the size of the Empire State Building, just one piece of wood, like a really tall tree, but it's perfectly cut board. And we're falling a long, long ways, and we never hit the side of the wood. A version of you that's down on the ground, it feels like this soil has blood in it. And it never seeps out of the ground, though. It seems contained, but I can also tell that it's there. It's like a sponge that soaked up blood, but it never released a single drop of it. And you know this part of yourself is falling and falling in a way forever. It is falling. But I say, no way, not today. There's a ground to this fall. We're going to stop this fall from happening, because that is going to bring balance. I am inspired to put this man on the ground with this bloody soil into the falling reflection. I'm going to merge these two. And he starts to scream, and he says, "Why did you do this to me? Why did you do this to me? I was on the ground. I was fine. Why did you do this to me?" And I said, because you didn't care that that other part of yourself was going to be falling for all eternity. And that's why I did it. because you need to start merging with the parts of yourself. All these little compartments gotta open up. He's crying. And I show him that it was all an illusion. They're just sitting on a couch right now, and I'm giving you a big hug. I'm telling you that everything's going to be okay. And if you are falling, I'll catch you. Because that's what I do. I tell you that you're not an individual living in a world of individuals. You are loved and supported. There are people in this world that will catch you when you fall. And you don't have to be responsible anymore for all of this. You do feel a heavy burden on your shoulders, and you wonder when this burden will not be there anymore. I say, well, what is it that you want out of life? Or what is it that you feel you didn't get, that you wanted it to be a certain way? Whenever we feel heaviness on our shoulders, it's because we want something that we are not getting. And if you stop wanting, now you have everything already. Sometimes the burden is teaching us that there is another way. Sometimes the burden is there to show us more about ourselves. Sometimes the burden is the best teacher. Sometimes the burden influences us to make new decisions, to shift our life experiences, or sometimes the burden is teaching us to let go and be happy with exactly where we are right now. Sometimes the burden is teaching us both of those things. You'll have to explore what the burden means to you. It has to do with something about being set free, a certain type of freedom you want to experience. I think when you finally realize how precious and valuable you are, that is the key to your freedom, right there. It's weird, and I'm going to let you decide what this means to you, but mom and boss are simply identities. But if mom and boss do not have a heart, then what's those identities worth when you are the one with a heart? Where is your precious meaning lie when you have a heart? Does it lie beneath those that have no hearts? Sometimes society says yes, people who are heartless rule the world. But I don't believe that's always true. This world needs more people with hearts, more than ever before. Now, we are ready for hearts, more than ever before now. The world is evolving and wanting more heart. And you got a lot of that. You gotta decide what your heart is worth in this world. And it's worth a lot. It takes a very special person to be able to create that type of frequency. That very unique sound sadness. I know it's sadness, but it was reverence too from my soul. All right. I guess it's getting a little bit darker now, isn't it? That's all I can say for this session. What an opportunity. What an amazing experience for me. Wow. Thank you so much for exploring this session and for sharing this with others. There's other people in this world that know exactly that can resonate with these messages, and it can make a difference in their life too. So I want to thank you. And for those of you watching, if any of you are interested in connecting with me for a psychic session, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. All right, everybody. Thank you again for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful day.